I'm Owen, an unqualified mechanic, and apparently have been driving red cars before I could even speak. Enter Maeve. She has more mischief than blood in her veins. She's an executive chef, and overall, it's just a little bit mad. Meet John. He's head of navigation and chief of snacks. He was a little bit lost at an early age, which is why he is world class at navigating. He also holds this incredible superpower to detect the exact moment a person starts to get hangry. This is Mark. He's, well, Mark. Usually, you'll find him napping. More on him later. And let's not forget our three MVPs, Connor, our trusty altitude meter, our mascot, Donatello, and finally, Fat Tony. Together, we make up the Red Hot Jazzapenos. All of us, like-minded humans, with a hunger for adventure and a thirst for motoring stupidity on a global scale. But we are not alone. We are part of a little thing called the Mongol Rally. Over 90 teams and 16,000 kilometers of chaos across mountains, deserts, and terrain where roads just do not exist. There's no backup, there's no real set route, and there's no guarantee you'll even make it to the end. It's the greatest motoring adventure on the planet. It's just you, your trusty rolling turd, and the unknown. The destination for the Mongol Rally has always been Mongolia. But now, unfortunately, due to troubles in Ukraine, certain countries close their borders, preventing ralliers from reaching the finish line. A certain rally team expressed pretty openly how they felt about the whole situation. With that, a plan B was set in motion, with the finish line relocated to Georgia and over 50 ludicrous, inaccessible, downright stupid checkpoints along the way. The Mongol Rally Holds of Inconvenience was born.
A tree came down, a 120-foot tree, and it crushed him between that and another tree. He was on the floor, he was pretty much unresponsive. But they had to put him into a coma for 3 days because they weren't sure. There's so many small factors. If the air ambulance wasn't there, I'm sure he would be dead.
Yet another save. We're hearing about the air ambulance. It's just such a wonderful, wonderful service. You're going to drive in the Mongol Rally. How long will it take to drive, I presume, from Cork to Georgia in a 1.2 Honda Jazz?
We are in the middle of the Welsh Mountains. It's beautiful up here. Morning, Maeve.
Sorry.
Talk me through breakfast.
We have beans.
Beans from Lidl.
Lidl's finest beans.
Lidl's finest beans, Newgate beans.
Yeah.
High end.
Exquisite.
Exquisite. Probably the most expensive beans on the market today. Is destroyed. He needs a wash because he took a beating yesterday. And we're off. The first pole of inconvenience in the bag. A handy enough one if I'm honest, but just absolutely out of the way. But then it was a quick overnight nap in a hammock and then a blast up to the most northerly point of the UK. Here we just had a bit of lunch, got to know Team Going Nowhere, who were absolutely going nowhere after they burst the radiator pipe on day one. Things were all a bit civilised. They were all going a bit too well. Second pole of inconvenience, handily in the bag. And then it was just a nice, relaxing evening with the rest of the rally teams. Bit of frisbee, barbecue, all a bit too civilised. Fantastic.
What you doing?
Taking apart the tent, and so here's all the bars that should be together, and here's the string that is elastic that goes through all of them. How the f am I supposed to put that in? After we sorted the stupidity with the tent, we were on our way.
No fuel. Zero fuel.
That's the boulder. Yeah. I'd say stall it.
Farmers putting boulders in the road, blocking the car.
You my Rob
But-
JCB, boy.
It's all good. We might rob the JCB and move the boulder.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what I signed up for, Maeve.
I love it.
You're f***ing loving it. Pole 4 looked like a small trip over to the Yorkshire countryside, which is supposed to be quite nice, so we thought we'll get that one done quick enough and we'll be out of here. Kilometers of this. So I'm doing 15 kilometers an hour. So this is going to take us 2 hours to get to the point, and then we have to go 2 hours back. Oh my god. We might die on this road. This is it. This is the end. This is the last you see of us. That is a sump killer right there anyway, that yoke. And then it was off to the Welsh countryside. Beautiful Wales, but we were clearly way behind schedule after Yorkshire rattled our spine to pieces.
I don't know. In the middle of nowhere. At 10 p.m. on a Tuesday.
In the middle of nowhere, 10 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Dumped the car. Finding a little 3 metre square.
Because the car clearly can't go down through this. This place should also be nicknamed Mosquito Mecca. The flies that were in the place. We found a campsite pretty late, pitched a tent in the dark, hungry, and just curled up. Time do we have? 7:29. About to get on the road. Go to Devon. Don Tello somehow has done about 2,600 kilometres and he's still gone. Fair play to him. Oh. And where are we going? tonight? To Calais. Woo. Where's Calais? In France. Woo. Go on.
Bosman the jazz! Let's go!
We were off again, doing what we do best, eating miles for breakfast. We saw a couple of fellow campers on the way, and when we finally reached our pole in Devon, it was an absolute joke of a farm lane. And of course, in true Poles of Inconvenience style, there was nowhere to turn around, and we had to reverse 2 kilometers back up this bloody lane.
I swear to God, I drove 6 hours yesterday. I'm not just sitting here.
After 6 hours of driving, Mark has to fly over with new brake pads for the car in his carry-on because Maeve McRae, the daughter of Colin McRae, has now the pads.
Yeah.
And now this poor man has to put 2 sets of brake pads sponsored by Profix in Farron in his carry-on, fly them from Cork to London to Prague so I can fit them in probably Bulgaria somewhere. The 7th and last UK pole was now in our sights. We already heard one rally team had been unsuccessful, and the only guidance we were given was, if the red flags are showing, there might be testing. This is like the scene. This is friendly speed. I think we just drove into a military testing zone.
Yeah.
And the tanks and the army trucks point at us, telling us to turn it around and get out of here.
We tried.
Hundreds of tanks.
Hundreds of tanks. Hundreds of tanks that we just drove into.
We're just stopped, just a bit of army traffic. Tank. The guy in the tank just waved at me. I'd say we drive on. They just gave me a thumbs up. We're driving on. I just got a thumbs up off the guy in the tank. Power on to the pole. Power on. Are we here? Are we here? Can we get in? We somehow managed to escape out of there, undetected through a little dirt track, and then it was as quick as possible to the ferry port and get out of UK. There it is, the mighty jazz on French soil, ready and itching to eat more miles again tomorrow. The next morning, we were on the road again. We made our way across the top of France, through Belgium, into Germany, and then I had an idea. So we left France this morning, made our way down through Belgium, stopped in Netherlands for a bit of lunch. Now we're in Germany, and frankly, it's a little boring. There's no poles to get until we get to Prague tomorrow. So I've had the best, worst idea of my entire life. So, there's this racetrack in Germany called the Nurburg Ring. It's 20 kilometers long, there's about 150 corners. Apparently one of the most daunting, challenging racetracks in the world. In the world! And yeah, we're going there. Yeah. We are going in the mighty Jazz to the Nurburg Ring. So, if you don't hear from us again, I've binned it on the ring. Go on the mighty Jazz.
Yeah!
On the Nurburg Ring.
On the Nurburg Ring. Come on, concentrate. Let's go.
Go on, go on, go on!
Ah!
The mighty Jazz was a beast around the Nurburg Ring. But if only everything went as smoothly as that.
Oh, it was all fucked.
It was literally, the lid was on it with the strap. Like, how does that come off?
That's our dinner there now.
I just spent the whole time before the track making dinner
I'm gonna smell
and the lid was on it. What the It was in my hand and it just exploded.
I'm gonna smell it too. I'm not doing.
Once we salvaged what was left of dinner, we headed up the road to the campsite to be reunited with Team Going Nowhere and Team Wildly Unqualified, where we proceeded to replace poor Donatello's armour since he left the last patch somewhere out on the Nurburg Ring. So we've just got this badge off a rally team, Wildly Unqualified, in Vauxhall Corsa. There it is, the beautiful Vauxhall Corsa. They were supposed to do the rally in 2020, but obviously there was this pandemic, so we're going to stick the badge on Donatello for body armour. You're right, little fella. He now has a sock on him because he's a Rasta. There we go. Bit of body armour on him for good measure. Protect his body. Clearly has a bit of road rash, but he's good. He's surviving 4,000 kilometres later and he's still there.
We've just had a development at the Nurburg Ring camping site tonight where an agreement is about to be made regarding a can of surströmming.
Now, if you don't know what a can of surströmming is, let me show you.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Maybe does it on top. Oh. Oh no! It smells so f***ing bad.
It smells like nothing but death, like rancid death.
Feces and rotting fish multiplied by 1,000,000.
It comes from Sweden. It's banned on almost all of the world's airlines, and a Japanese study ranks it one of the worst smells on the planet.
If he's at the finish line on the sec, I will eat some. Deal.
There it is, the unbreakable bond between two gentlemen. A deal that if a can of surströmming makes its way from Sweden to Georgia on or before the 6th of August, it shall be eaten. Next morning, we were en route to Prague, and more importantly, the launch party. A quick pit stop at Prague airport to collect our head of spare parts, Mark, and we were off to an abandoned military base 40 kilometers outside Prague, not knowing what to expect.
Just ridiculous.
I'm not too sure what was going on in this scene, but we quickly realised it's not what we came for. We promptly put on our ridiculous party outfits and went exploring the military base for poles. And we have found some underground bunker.
Probably where someone lives. That's someone's home. I'm not going in.
Have a look down there with your camera. That is oh, that's weird. The end of the night was fueled with entertainment from a man wearing nothing but yellow duct tape. This is the Mongol Rally. Normal just doesn't exist. Next morning, it was go time. Hey, go on, Mark.
There's the Irish contingency.
Some teams were so eager to get moving, they couldn't even stop for lunch. But us, on the other hand, did.
Grubber. The happiest.
One last stop in Prague to pick up our chief of snacks, and we headed southeast to Hungary.
Yeah, Owen is the worst navigator in the world.
I told you go to the motorway and go towards Bruno. What more do you want from me? Just follow the signs, will you?
This is just our proof that Maeve actually drives the car.
Yeah.
In case any of you were wondering.
Bruno.
Fuck yeah! Woo!
The more miles Mark got under his belt, the more I think he was losing it, to be honest. We carried on to Budapest, where we settled into a campsite and put the heads down for the night. Morning, Mark.
Good morning.
Talk me through breakfast.
I've got poo in a cup.
Poo in a cup.
Yeah.
It looks actually quite nice.
Yeah, it's high in protein.
Yeah, high in protein. You look like you're enjoying it so much.
Yeah, it's really good.
So we're just boiling coffee in the beautiful mock pot, which is just finished. I'm trying not to fucking burn the coffee. And then my breakfast. This is basically Instagram versus reality, where you have what looks like incredibly succulent, juicy tomato beans, baked beans, which I thought were Heinz. I thought it was the equivalent to Heinz baked beans, and what is that? How did you go from
Grovel?
How did they? There's no way they took stuff out of a can, took a picture for the can with this. Just one other thing on the beans.
A bit too much colour.
They had the cheek to put gourmet on the tin. That is not. No matter what you do, you put little herbs on the top of it. There's no way that's becoming anyway gourmet. Cheeky. It would have been absolutely rude to leave Budapest and Hungary without visiting the Szczesny Baths. And then there was one job left: eat miles to Bosnia. Croatia! Look at the queue of trucks. And look at the field. As we made our way through the Bosnian border, we were reflecting on how only 30 years ago this country was destroyed by war, with over 100,000 people killed and over 2 million people displaced. As night fell, we drove towards the capital Sarajevo, wondering what this country had in store for us. Initially, Sarajevo seemed quite nice and peaceful, but the signs of war were very evident, with bullet and shrapnel holes all over the buildings. We didn't really hang around too long and just headed for the mountains. Our destination? The Zelengora Pass.
Sorry, we're lost.
Do you know Zelengora?
Do you know how to get to the pass?
Any ideas where the pass is?
Come here to me.
Will you show us the way?
Go on, lead it.
Yeah, this way. Alright. We'll follow you.
Nice on.
Leading the way, boy. Leading the way for the jazz. Clearing the road by some bunch of lads. It was pretty relentless for the first 2 to 3 hours, with just gravel and sump-shattering rocks everywhere. The views were fairly epic, but to be honest, we hadn't a clue where we were going.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going across there.
I think we are. Or we're getting close to that.
Some of us were concerned, and some didn't seem to mind at all. To bring this car, like.
Yeah.
As we crawled our way up the mountain pass with 4 people and all the gear, the views got better, but the roads just got worse.
Excuse me, sir. You can't park there. Can't park there, sir. Fucking wanker.
As the day went on, our choices slowly became wait for the cows to move or just drive off the cliff. So we were basically on the cows schedule. Thankfully, the trail of oil Maeve noticed was from some other car and not the mighty Jazz. And just like that, around the corner was our destination.
Got kicked out of the car. Maeve was getting sick of me, so I'm on top of the roof at the moment. Going through the mountains. Go for it.
Mark, are you there?
I am.
Alright, how's it going? Yeah? We're doing quite well, lads. We don't know where we are, but we don't know.
20 fucking 2 kilometers into the mountains. In the middle of fucking Bosnia.
And we needed to put him on the roof.
Yeah.
Just to be sure, yeah.
No, we're going the right direction.
He was getting stressed.
Come on, the Jazz!
He's up!
Oh, I got hit with a branch.
Been up there for about 2 hours now. Gonna have to drink my own piss soon, but
After over 50 kilometers of crawling and basically living in the mountains, we were never so happy to see a bit of tarmac.
Is that a road? Is that a road? We have a road! Get in! Can't believe we found a road! Yes! Get in.
welcome to Montenegro.
Yes, Montenegro.
Right, we are at the border to get into Montenegro. Coming from Bosnia. Bit of a queue. And just getting our passports and logbook and stuff ready so we can get through nice and fast. And we've Owen here. He looks a bit busy. Let's have a look. What are you doing there, Owen?
Making a passport.
Hey.
'Cause we're at the border and somebody doesn't have their passport.
Who?
I told him, Connor, I told him, don't lose it. Keep it on his person at all times. I know he doesn't have pockets, but keep it on your person. And now we're at the border and there's a risk he won't get in.
So, let's see there now.
I reckon it's getting there. We're about 10 cars back. So I've about 10 cars to make this into a legitimate. I reckon it's
I reckon it's gonna
possible.
pass.
I reckon it's gonna pass.
What do you think, Connor? Yeah, no comment.
Yeah.
Good lad.
Yeah, that's exactly what you should do. Say nothing. Keep your mouth shut. Is this your passport, sir? Just say nothing. Don't incriminate yourself.
Good man, Connor.
Come on, Connor.
Shh.
Maeve, where are we?
In Montenegro.
How did we get here?
I drove.
Where did we drive from?
Perfect.
Did you hear that one? Maeve said we're in Montenegro.
We're in Montenegro.
And we drove here.
We drove here.
From Curvegg.
From Curvegg in Ovens to Montenegro.
So clear. Morning dip in Montenegro, like.
What day is it?
Great day.
Where are we on?
We are in Albania! Another country. Get in.
How much is fuel?
208 somethings. I have no idea what the currency is in Albania, but it's 208 for a litre of fuel.
And how stressful was our border crossing?
Incredibly stressful. We got to the border, the exit for Montenegro, and he said, how many people are in the car? And we were like, fuck, I think, and we had to count, and we said 4, and then he was like, next window, and then, which was this much away, and then the woman said, how many people in the car? And we said 4, and then we were in the country. So that's it. So you do a pop quiz at the border between Montenegro and Albania, and if you can count the number of people in your car correctly, you get into Albania. So we're in Albania.
Yeah, we said 4 people, and this little pup is
look at him, smuggled in. Connor smuggled into the country.
Huh? He's coming too close.
No, I want to.
Oh, Mark, steal a chicken. Now's your chance. Now's your chance. Take a Georgia with us.
Alright, Connor. Alright, Conor McGregor. Yeah. Hello, pretty girl. Hello.
So basically,
CPA.
when the water.
Talk us through dinner, guys.
So I can't feel my tongue or my face.
What you do, John?
Everything went perfectly to plan. We had a bag of chilies. We decided, instead of binning half of them, to put them all into the rice.
You put it all.
And now, true to our name, we've literally become red hot.
Mark's getting sick.
I think it's an understatement. Is there a mat on?
We went to bed with a mixture of fire and butterflies in our bellies, possibly even butterflies on fire. For tomorrow, we find out all about Albania's Road of Doom.
Lads, we were lucky. We nearly lost our tyre down a cliff.
About 15 kilometres into the mountains, neither the car or the team was enjoying the 40+ degrees heat. And the phantom smell of petrol was just a small concern. The road, if you could even call it that, was just getting worse and worse and worse. But nevertheless, we ploughed on.
Go on, the Jazz! The mighty Jazz. Knows no bounds.
Even the cows were going in the other direction.
We're so close to the pole, and the road is and a local tried to convince us not to do it. He said, "Car small, no helicopters, don't go, here's a melon."
Please don't go.
Please don't go. So we tried, and then we took the melon.
And here we are.
And now we're eating said melon.
The juiciest watermelon
Drinking.
in the world. Look at it, it's just...
We got incredibly close.
And it's drinking a watermelon.
Yeah. I love Albania.
Oh, that is filth. Give it a shake. Oh. So we happy?
Yeah, we got incredibly close.
In-
Fuck me.
Incredibly close.
Best watermelon in my life. I was so close.
Food just tastes different.
Thank you.
You'll be so hydrated.
Albania's Road of Doom is the worst road on the rally so far. Overall, we made it 2 kilometres from the pole before the Jazz pretty much got beached. We got bribed by a local and made the difficult decision to turn back and endure 25 kilometres of shit all the way back to the main road. But more importantly, the mighty Jazz lives on to fight another day. But then, after beating us up all afternoon, Albania went from having some of the worst roads on the rally to some of the best. We ticked off our good deed for the day by donating one of our spare wheels to a German couple who we found absolutely stranded in a rental with no spare tyre and just baking in the sun. Some might say we were even heroes.
What is that? God, that's so weird.
Soon enough, Albania was back to its old ways.
What do you got?
An Albanian turtle.
A wild Albanian turtle.
Oh my god.
Just crossing the road, like. That's fucking ridiculous.
That is so cool.
Yeah, just putting him off the road so he doesn't become turtle soup. Oh.
The Turkey border took us pretty much all day. Initially, refused entry for not having the right insurance. We knew then that leaving Europe, things were definitely going to be different. After we explored Istanbul, we sat for a little bit and thought, since we're here, in the plastic surgery capital of the world, why not get some work done? We went and asked a few locals and heard about this place where apparently you can get anything you want done. Welcome to Maslik Ataturk Auto Industry. With over 1,500 workshops and part dealers, this massive area is my kind of playground. Anything from Michelin to old school American to high-end Porsche performance and everything in between. If you need a door, a bumper, an engine, a gearbox, or even a tiny part for your wipers, you'll find it here. But what we needed was someone who could give us the highly sought after BBL. Enter Namestein. What a service and what a result from Dr. Namestein. After our BBL was completed, the jazz was recovering, and we explored what else Istanbul had to offer.
Well,
Will do.
Thank you. Fantastic.
Any of yours actually looks amazing.
Yeah.
Next morning, we struggled just a little bit with our new rear lift before heading out of the city to hit the open road.
And we're coming for you, OnlyFans. We're coming for you.
But once you realise you're not going to be around forever, I think that's what makes life so magical. One day you'll eat your last meal, smell your last flower, hug your friend for the very last time. You might not know it's the last time, so that's why you should do everything you love with passion, you know? Treasure the few years you've got, because that's all there is.
This is a place where I don't feel alone. This is a place where I feel at home.
I thought my dad was tough on me, and now looking back on it, I just remember the good stuff. You know, he did drop the odd pearl. No amount of money ever bought a second of time. Smart guy. Did his best.
our journey takes us a little further south to a place nicknamed Dead End of Glory. It truly was a dead end, and truly was glorious. Rules of the road are also pretty relaxed in Turkey, until they're not. We had a solid 550 kilometre drive to the city of Bayburt, where we rested for a few hours, for tomorrow was a big day. So we are on the way about 3 kilometers from the most dangerous road in the world in Turkey, also known as Death Road. And we currently have Maeve McRae driving us for now, which we don't know, is that a risk?
A safe lady driver.
Safe lady driver taking us towards Death Road. Mr. Walsh, aka Chief Sleeper, is in the back, awake for once.
Welcome
to the rally. And we have Mr. Carroll, other Mr. Carroll,
Oliver Carroll's
extremely important team member, clearing the roads from rocks. We have Connor, our trusty altitude meter. He pumps up when we're getting high, and he goes down when we're going low. And we have, where is our newest team member? There he is. What's his name again?
Tony, like Tony.
Fat Tony.
Fat Tony.
All the way from Bosnia. So this is the last post before we hit Death Road.
It's about to be legendary. This is what we came for, and we couldn't want it anymore. Could never turn back now. Got to leave it all on the floor. Been dreaming of the payoff, through the struggles and the trade-offs. Fighting tooth and nail on the way up. Tell them the truth, but they think it's just made up. And I think they got it all wrong, but we just gotta hold on, and on and on and on. 'Cause we're gonna be legends, gonna get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary, it's about to be legendary. Yeah, we're gonna be legends, gonna teach them all a lesson. Got this feeling in our souls we carry, it's about to be legendary. Eventually they're gonna know who's right. To make a stand you got to win the fight. Can't stand the heat and just the afterlife, but you might never make it out alive. You gotta live without a compromise. Let everybody hear your battle
Save! Oh!
Didn't I know?
Rescue mission.
A rescue mission for the ball. We lost the football. We tried to rescue it with our rescue mission. Mark was going to go down the mountain and abseil down and risk his life to get the football, but the fun police in the back turned around and basically said, guys, it's too dangerous, it's only a football.
Joe, you would have wasted your time.
And we would have potentially
the road, take it, yeah.
filmed Mark falling to his death. So we are now minus one football, and my sunglasses are broken on the side, so they're now on one side. We're after kicking the ball off the side of the mountain, and I've just seen him, a local man, waving at me with a big circle thing in his hand. Look at this hero. I've just got the football from this man. What a legend. Turkish people are just the nicest people in the world. He pulled the ball off the mountain.
After being on such a high from meeting the legendary Gersel, we were quickly reminded that we were well and truly deep in Death Road. We literally blinked and the fog created driving conditions that were basically blind. But the mighty Jazz just guided the way.
So here we are in the middle of the mountains on this grade 1 corker of a road. Just got a pole. You can see it's horrendous. And yeah, pop. So here we are in the middle of the mountains on this huge ridiculous drop, and in the clouds, yeah, in the clouds, change the tire.
A bit of tarmac was a beautiful sight. After safely navigating Turkey's infamous D915, we found a campsite near the city of Trabzon, pitched our gear in the dark, and found ourselves discussing the fact that we had nothing for breakfast in the morning. Desperate times can cause even the best of us to do things we're not proud of. And the next morning, we did the unthinkable.
It's time. Stop smiling. Wipe that smirk off your face. See those eyes? Yeah, right there. Yeah, I'm gonna cut them out. Do you like that? You better fucking tell us.
You like that?
It's time to give up the information. Oh. It's time. Tell me where the gold is. Where it is. Your time is up, Tony. Your time is up. We've given you 10 chances and you haven't.
Goodbye, Tony.
Goodbye, Tony.
No!
That's all that's left of you, Tony.
Look at that. Don't cry now, Tony.
Where is he? Oh, yes. Look at that. Beautiful.
After we said our goodbyes to Fat Tony, we had a bit of maintenance to attend to.
What you doing?
I am. We're putting new pads, new shoes in the Jazz. Because yesterday we went down Death Road and we went down an absolute belter of a hill, 2,000 meters down. So the brakes were like marshmallows yesterday and they were about 150 degrees. So we're going to replace the shoes in this beautiful forest in North Turkey.
And of course, when you don't have the right tools, you improvise.
Hang on, we gotta
Might get a good wind here now. Yeah, look at that. Like butter. These legends from Iraq were just baffled what a car from Ireland is doing over 8,000 kilometres away from its homeland. They gave us water and Red Bulls and all the snacks they had in their car just to help us get back on the road. It was at this point we said goodbye to our head of snacks and big respect to the man who navigated us so well up to now. We headed towards our last pole of inconvenience in Turkey before heading to Iran. An allegedly abandoned town called Ani on the border of Turkey and Armenia was our spot. As far back as the 5th and 6th century, Ani was the capital of the Armenian kingdom, an area that covered most of present-day Armenia and East Turkey. At the time, it was considered one of the world's largest cities, a metropolis that stood on various Silk Road trade routes. The area remains an empty, militarized no man's land right between Turkey and Armenia. And today, there's still no open border crossing between the two countries. In the very, very, very east of Turkey,
This is so weird.
Yeah.
This is
freaked out.
This is weird. This is sketchy out. Like.
So there's a big ruins behind us. We have to go to this castle here. This is literally on the border of Turkey and Armenia, and it's weird. There is dogs barking, there's people living in huts. We waved at people, they just didn't wave. It's not friendly.
It's weird, it's bad. Bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes. It's really dodgy.
And we were going to wild camp here.
Yeah, we were going to wild camp here. That's a no-go.
I'd say not.
That's a no-go. This is too weird.
It's too strange. There's like watchtowers and shit over there. I'd say we leave it off. So this is our pole. This spooky looking old house, I guess you'd call it. Some old church right on the border. I don't know if you can see. There is the flag of Armenia right there. So we are incredibly close. And there's a watchtower right there. So we're now just walking to our room in this city called Kars in the depths of East Turkey, and the room was €25 for a night. Here, Maeve, for 3 of us, €25. So we're now going to see what €25 gets you in the depth of East Turkey. Oh, ho, ho. Look at this. This is alright. TV. Grand. €25. Where's the bathroom? Oh, here. I was like, is there no bathroom? Jesus, what is that fan?
How are you feeling, Mark?
Not good.
Owen, would you like to tell us what has happened?
We were told that our visa was approved from the tourism centre in Iran and to go all the way to this city that we didn't plan to go to go and pick it up. So we went there, and then they told us that our visa is not approved because it has to come from Tehran, the approval, and Ireland are now on some basically blacklist group that it takes 6 weeks to approve a visa because of some politic issues, even though Ireland is the most fucking neutral country in the world. Here, have a point, we don't like fighting, but somehow we're on the blacklist for Iran, so it might take up to 6 weeks to get a visa, whereas before the start of this month it was, here you go, here's a visa, come in. And they could approve it in that city, but they want to approve it now, so it looks like we can't go. All the way to Romania, and then all the way back to Georgia, which is stupid and reckless. And yeah, just absolute idiotic behaviour. It's the height of stupidity. Yeah, but we're going to do it because
We have a plan.
Because we did our plan, which is foolproof. And the most solid plan I've ever made in my life. On a ripped piece of paper, scribbles.
So Owen, what are you doing?
So we have made the crazy decision to drive back to Romania tomorrow. Well, Istanbul tomorrow, then all the way to Romania, to then go all the way back to Turkey, to Georgia. So I'm worried about the oil in the car because we've already done 11,000 kilometers. So we're going to change the oil outside the hotel on the road at 11:45 at night. And I don't have a drip pan, so I have a 5 litre bottle of water that I've cut the top off, and I'm going to use that as my drip pan, and I'm going to drip the oil into this. That was beautiful 11,000 kilometers ago. So.
So the lads just want to talk about how they change the oil in the car park of the hotel.
It's not even a car park, it's the road. It's literally outside the hotel at 11:45 on the road. To pot to Armenia.
Soft.
And just go to Georgia, it was too soft.
Soft.
Didn't like it.
Yeah, so we're not doing it.
We're not doing it.
Yeah, we're going to go see some bears.
See some brown bears.
We're going to go see some
in
bears.
Romania.
Yeah.
So see you in Romania on Sunday. Fella in the border of Turkey, and he off to the EU on, what's that? An electric mobility scooter maybe? Down from the Forest of Chaos pole in the depths of the Romanian forest, apparently bear country. We just got the pole.
Yeah.
We have, at the moment we're 1 kilometre from the car because we had to go 3 kilometres up and 3 kilometres down because there's a barrier in the road. And we are armed with wheel brace for weapons, speaker for noise to try and deter the bears.
Time for good vibes.
and for good vibes, so that we don't get mauled by a bear.
Yeah.
It's
This is
yeah,
nuts.
it's a very strange feeling when you're on your own in the middle of a forest where it's potentially life or death if you see a grizzly, and there's 6,000 of them in Romania. Hopefully we'll get back to the car and not get mauled in the last 1,000 meters. Yeah, so this is the gate that the Romanian government put in the way with a sign saying unauthorized vehicles. So we have to leave the car and go 3 kilometers up that way, and 3 kilometers back. And they put a lock which is inside this phone situation, so you can't even cut it off. But it's all good because we got the pole. The village of Giamana was a very nice and peaceful village until 1978. The Romanian communist dictator Nicolae Ceausescu forced over 400 families out of their homes in order to make way for his plans with the nearby copper mine. Giamana and the surrounding valley became the dumping basin for the mine's toxic waste. Today, the village is submerged under 90 metres of toxic soup, filled with cyanide, mercury and other harmful chemicals. This poisonous lake is increasing every year, and currently all that's left visible is the spire at the top of the church.
That's so weird.
It's so weird that the peak is just, it's just peaking up like.
That night, we were joined by the men who made duct tape, a genuine outfit, where we drank water and spent the night discussing our great endeavours. After we all enjoyed our shower with the view, it was time to tackle Romania's third and final hole of inconvenience. Anything with a nickname of pothole rodeo can't be good, but we were just hopeful we'd see some bears.
That was such a thought on the car, like,
Go on.
Front, there's no fucking
Owen,
on the back.
deadlift in the car.
Wait, Tim, he's going to deadlift it again.
No.
Okay, 3.
No.
That's it. Good lad.
We just turned it sideways and rolled it. You just made it worse because now I'm in the hump in the road. Back. I'll get you.
Put it on the other side.
Put it back.
Why do you need a truck when you have an Owen?
One more. Wait, watch me do. Do you need more? I've got clearance there now.
Oh my god. Right.
And just at the end, to make things even more difficult, our point was a small ledge halfway up a rock wall.
Flip-flops as well, like. Stupid rally.
What are those?
Those are my flip-flops. I got my swim trunks and my flippy-floppy. So just a quick update on Donatello. We've just come out of bog to get another pole, and the man is he literally is the worst I've seen him now. He was swimming in bog. Swimming. So yeah, he's in a bad way. He's in a bad way.
What are you doing, Owen?
Were we just leave?
So we're
We'll see you later, Mark.
setting up a rescue mission for Mark because he's now at the end of the damn wall because he sat in the wall and pulled his pants down and his phone fell out of his pocket and now he's going down to get his phone, which is the red thing over there. It is not actually fine, is it?
I've got 4G here.
I can't believe it's fine.
You got it, Mark. You got it.
He's like a monk by just running uphill.
That wall is vertical.
He literally walked up a vertical wall. Mark, are you okay?
Careful, mate, don't get pulled down. In case something stupid happens. Get them, Mark.
Don't jump. Just scratch yourself up there.
I really hope that doesn't give way.
Yeah.
So with Romania's 3 poles of inconvenience ticked, we had one last stop to make. One person who knows a little bit about these things refers to it as the best road in the world.
Built in the 70s, this is the Transfagarasan Highway. From above, it looks like every great corner from every great racetrack in the world has been knitted together to create one unbroken grey ribbon of automotive perfection. The road just got better and better. This is what we came here for. Oh, yes. This is the best road in the world. Romania, thank you for having us. And can we stay? That's the most amazing road I've ever seen.
And just when we thought Romania had given its all, on the other side of the valley, there they were. Class. Sick.
Unreal.
Our convoy was absolutely buzzing. Everyone on top form. We headed towards the Serbian border, but this is the Mongol Rally. Trouble is never that far away.
Something underneath instead of dragging it. I'll get you a cable.
Problem solved.
Yeah, ladies.
Once again, the day starts on the wildlife's schedule. There was one POI very close to the border of Serbia and Bulgaria, so we thought, let's quickly fly into Serbia, tick that one off the list and drive on.
Serbia!
Here we are.
There it is.
Here we are.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Go team.
Trying to have one beer and it just decided to spill itself all over the car.
Yeah, it's like, hey flies, come over here and attack me.
Pest. This is so nice. I'm so relaxed. Oh, so relaxed. This is so chill.
It's a video.
Hey, idiot. So why are you holding the beer like a f***ing hell? Dent in the roof.
Gonna dent the roof.
Grubber.
Yeah.
Eating all the snacks.
We're in Serbia.
We're in Serbia. Right here, the car is on the spot. Pole number 20.
My memory's
Right.
probably full. This video is probably over.
If the flies would get off me, I could enjoy.
Maybe if you didn't spill beer all over the roof.
Yeah. Don't know if a milk car should be like this. Like, it's a bit hot in Serbia, is it? How am I supposed to eat that? Spoon.
Yeah, so we're on the dual carriageway. 4 kilometers of border. Yeah, f that. They said we'll go this way instead. Everyone's just reversing to the next border crossing, which is that way.
So we're going all the way back to some other exit to go to a different border crossing instead of sitting in 4 kilometer
That.
straight traffic.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the thing to do.
You did a UE.
And did a UE through some barriers that is highly illegal.
Yeah.
And now we are on the way to another border crossing up the road.
Great success.
Great success, dodging 4 kilometers of standstill traffic.
Yeah, and people saw us do a U and it was like,
All the people still reversing after we did our UE through the barriers.
they're like,
and they're like,
"Shit."
what are you doing?
I'm using a spork. Sporking milk.
That is violent.
I'm disgusting.
You've lost all what's the word I'm looking for?
Manners.
All manners for yourself gone out the window.
Normality.
Filth.
It's now been 2 hours and we've moved 400 meters at the Serbian border. What are 3 things we've learned about Serbia, Owen?
The people are very nice. The borders take forever. You can perfectly legally reverse on a motorway. If you missed your turn, you want to go the other way.
What you doing?
Just making chili con carne pasta on the stove.
There's Mr. Jazz. Work chef.
Michelin star. Well, it's not chili con carne because it doesn't have rice. It's not bolognese because it has kidney beans. So it's chili conaise. Oh, I've just made it up. Chili conaise. Here's Mark, looking ridiculous as ever. But he's awake, which is a change. It was then time to eat miles for breakfast, lunch and dinner for 2 straight days to cross Turkey for the 3rd time in less than a month.
Where are you going?
Faster! Drive faster!
Hey man, you better go faster! 160! Oh! 170! The mighty Jazz!
Hey Georgia! Georgia's border guards made all the passengers walk into the country and only the drivers were allowed to stay with the cars. They didn't spot Donatello though, who has done over 13,000 kilometres on the back of the car. The team did manage to find plenty of ways to fill their time on the other side though.
Mark, talk us through what you're doing.
Gonna work out wherever I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also do the same.
So we're gonna pass it over to Jordan now. So it's a nice partner workout. So I'm gonna swing, catch it to Jordan. Thank you. Now you can do this wherever you are.
Hey mate, can you pass me that protein drink over there? The clear one in the big bottle. Pass it quick. Yeah, thanks.
Oh, it's a bit dark, but we are in Georgia! The final country! We made it!
So we're out here in the middle of nowhere in western Georgia or something. I don't know the we are. Maeve over there's cooking some marshmallows over the fire and she hands me this thing here. What the is that? That's the shittest fucking marshmallow I've ever fucking seen in my life. Me dead.
The final push up north to the Caucasus Mountains, the home of the highest mountain in Europe, Mount Elbrus. Hopefully get our last pole and then shoot to the finish line in Tbilisi before the 6 p.m. deadline. Not ambitious at all.
What the What is going on, like?
Oh, that's so cute.
It's like the cows are herding the sheep. Oh god. Could this thing get any more ridiculous? Like,
oh, look, it's the dog. How many piggies are going to the market? Sir?
It's typical Georgia. Bit of traffic. Pest.
He's just hopping up We should be there in hopefully half an hour. Go on the
Stressed about this road though, because it's tough conditions.
Yeah, this road is
It's bad. But we'll get it.
Yeah.
Power through.
Yeah. Just a few melon rocks, but nothing the nothing the jazz cannot conquer.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get it.
We're in this middle of this
Right here.
big huge mountain pass and may have found a cone, so
There you go.
it's come with us. And this place is covered in wasps, so we need to go on now.
On our way back to civilization, what happened next, no one could have predicted.
Here, yeah?
Honestly, it's hard to describe how we got ourselves into this situation. But I guess after being uncomfortable every day for nearly 30 days, you learn to be okay and open to these types of situations. We did, however, feel it was best not to hang around too long.
So we are about 130 kilometers from Tbilisi, from the finish line, and we were climbing up some huge hills of cars dying ever on the side of the road, overheating, and the lad's car, Tim's car that we're driving with, just started vomiting petrol out of the fuel cap. Literally vomiting petrol on the road. So have a look at this.
So this is our fuel situation.
Shit.
So with the beloved Citroen continuing to vomit petrol at the side of the road and time running out, we had to come up with a solution quick. There was no option to leave a man behind. And somehow, we did.
In Tbilisi.
Yes, in Tbilisi.
Tim made it. The
Hold on.
Citroen made it.
Hold on, Tim.
Mark, what are we going getting?
Flares.
Some flares. And champagne.
champagne for champagne showers. It's going to be like the Formula 1 podium.
100%.
We are literally 2 kilometers from the finish line. With, today is the last day, so the finish line closed at 6 on the 6th.
Early.
We're actually early.
Yeah.
And Mark is ready.
Yeah.
He's going to absolutely light the place up.
And just 30 seconds behind us, the boys. Now, remember this?
An agreement is about to be made regarding a can of Sostromy.
And this.
And we're coming for you, OnlyFans. We're coming for you.
Well. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. And yes, it absolutely stinks.
Oh.
It's terrible. Oh God, it was terrible.
Oh.
Then fucking do it.
Wow. That must have been a real weekend. All strong there.
Oh, look at him.
There you go.
Ah, he loves it. This fella's built different.
numbers on the doors. I've been stuck on. The f is this place?
It's a lovely bed there now. And where's my plug up here? I think it's a hospital room.
100% it's hospital room.
Who's gonna carry the boats? Yes, son! Yes, son! Who's gonna carry the boats?
Sweetie.
We're on the ferry. We've
Yeah.
landed back in the homeland.
Yeah, finally, after how many days? Quick maths. Many days.
30.
Yeah.
8 days.
8 days.
So we're in the beautiful Serbian mountains, and Maeve has an idea.
I just shouted nothing.
Yeah.
I just echoes like 6 times. And we've no signal, no data,
no reception.
No one can ask where we are.
So this
could be
This could be the last video.
If you find this phone,
Whoever posts.
we're probably still screaming our head off. Mongol Rally 2022.
Mongol Rally 2022.
Completed it. Made it home. One piece at like
dude.
4 AM last night.
From Ireland to Georgia, and then from Georgia back to Ireland, while going across Turkey 4 times. Honestly, I don't understand how this car did it.
Yeah, we really tried to break this car.
I don't
We really
understand.
tried to break it. It wasn't having any of it. We just want to say thanks to everyone who's been so nice to us, who's been chatting to us on our journey, helped us out, all the people that we met. Just some unbelievable people we've met along the way. Yeah, we're so grateful.
And all the people who donated.
Yeah.
Like, it's nearly 4 grand.
Yeah, so
Which
we've
is
literally just under 4 grand we've raised.
And I wanted to say we couldn't have done it without all the sponsors, all the people who donated and sponsored. We couldn't have done it without the support of all those businesses. So really grateful for all that support.
Yeah, and Mark is too. Mark's at work, but he's very happy, very grateful.
He has a normal job that only gives him 3 weeks off, so he has to work.
Yeah, so we're saying thank you on behalf of him also.
Yes, the mighty Jazz.
You're back and you realize the thing that matters are others. Way beyond yourself. Self goes away. Ego, bye-bye. Realize there are a lot of amazing people out there to be grateful for. And a loving God. And other than that, good luck. That's what life is about.